even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020.
Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the New England Patriots and the Las Vegas Raiders. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. It was like that.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Tannehill on first down.
Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. They find some open feet. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Hunter Renfrow, his second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag, so they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Jones in the Pats now with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Meanwhile, Jones throw into the hands of Henry here. Finding room at midfield.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 37 yards.
I can hear the film session right now. I can hear the coach saying to his team, guys, how does a guy that big get that open?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Imagine him as a kid, just trying to play hide and seek.
No chance.
No chance. He goes to hide behind the skinny tree. You see the front, the back, the top. Good luck.
Yeah, you see him. You don't see the tree.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing Jones. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. Now Jones. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete.
That was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate, that was just incomplete.
Blankenship's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives, and they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now. And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Throwing on second and long. Tannehill. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out, and giving the ball back to their offense?
Here's Jones.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards.
And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. He's got a man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England.
Juju Smith-Schuster,
His first touchdown on the year.
and the Patriots have moved out in front. Rodrigo Blankenship now for the PAT.
And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score Patriots 10, Raiders 7.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, here's Tannehill.
And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's fourth down.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now here's another carry for Harris. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now a play fake here on first down. He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Jones. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Off play action. Jones rolling to his right.
Completes the pass to Judy on the crossing pattern.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now Jones to throw on third down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Jacobs going to try the middle. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Jones. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Jacoby Myers. A gain of 8 yards. And it's third down.
New England on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Looking to throw. Jones. And this one dropped in the end zone. Oh, looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Blankenship's kick is good. And now it's a two-score game at 9, 16-7.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
On second down, Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because of that left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Off play action, Tannehill. Looking deep for Adams. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack.
Christian Barmore.
That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
If we go back to the last series, remember, their coverage allowed them to get a turnover in the last drive, a takeaway, and that helped contribute to a sack on this one. I think maybe this quarterback's a little bit hesitant. Last time he turned it over, now he sees his zone coverage, a little bit slow to get rid of the football.
And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Jones on third down. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on fourth down.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. On first down, Tannehill. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. The final shot here before the break. Tannehill looking deep for Adams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. At the line, ready to go. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box, establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They run again with Harris. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
Harris running straight ahead. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Max Crosby, the one who got in there for the stop.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Second and 14. Off the play fake. Jones sliding out of the pocket. This will be caught. Judy. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 39. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
So line of scrimmage still with 39 on 2nd and 10. On the give, this is Harris. A solid stiff arm. Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 73 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Quick pass out to Juju. That he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action. Jones. It's brought in by Harris. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And 38 now. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Finding Harris on back-to-back plays. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 3 yards, all they can muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Blankenship's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come back.
Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Pats will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Harris starts the drive on the ground to about the 48-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now
Again, it's Harris on second down.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Jones now to throw on third down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this will be taken at the 13. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
They'll come up now on second and a yard.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we play 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. Try to run for it with Jacobs. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
But I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Throwing again on second and 10. Tannehill. He finds his man complete. That's Bailey. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Tannehill intercepted again. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. When you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was fourth down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we end up taking possession of the ball. But you're exactly right about it. Should have slapped it down. Field position would be better for his offense. But how many times do you get a chance to make an interception that you turn it down? That's when your instinct kicks in and you take the football. In this case, a better decision would have been to knock the ball down.
They turn to Harris to begin the drive.
And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And not much there. maybe a yard up to the 24.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Third and long, it's Tannehill. Looking deep for Adams. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Now hold on a second. Why would they decline that?
I don't have a good answer for you, but let's work the math here a little bit. If you take the penalty, you get 5 yards.
You're in the positive in the yardage, and you get to rerun the down you just had.
I like that. I like that little extra on top of the whole thing. This makes zero sense.
The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Taken from just outside the 30s. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, through this patch, we need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 for Dalton. It's caught at the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. And it's caught. Touchdown. Devontae Adams. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just over 90 seconds to play. And this would figure to be about as critical as it gets here. And this is secured by the Patriots. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The Patriots in the victory formation as they'll take the knee. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Down to a knee goes Jones, and that should just about seal it. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, that's to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for the Patriots, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll return home next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they will get a home date next week against the Los Angeles Chargers.